Mickey, always wonderful having you with ARY News. I was just thinking that I think Karachi Kings was the luck factor for you because didn't you come to Karachi Kings before you came to Pakistan team?
Yeah, exactly right. I did. I worked with Pakistan. I worked with Karachi Kings, and that sort of triggered my fascination a little bit with Pakistan. And then when the job came up and we chatted about it, it was because I'd worked with Karachi Kings that I eventually was attracted to it. So yeah, exactly. Karachi Kings is the lucky sort of the lucky bug for me.
Yeah, and ARY likes South Africans, so it's okay, right?
100% right. Oh, I like South Africans. We got David Visa, we got Colin Ingram, we got a fair amount of them with us now, so that's good.
I'm happy to hear familiar accents. But Mickey, anyway, one of the main questions that a lot of our staff have been wanting to ask you was, you took the Pakistan team to the Champions Trophy win. So now what they're saying is, I have to ask you, are you going to take Karachi Kings to a PSL win?
I hope so. There would be no better satisfaction for me at the minute than going to Karachi for a final with the Karachi Kings. That would be fantastic.
And Mickey, there's been a lot of jokes in the Pakistani media, especially about Imad always being the favoured one, the prodigal son, etc. So, you've only had one net session, but we've seen a bit of interaction, obviously, in Pakistan with Karachi Kings over the last few days. How do you see him as a captain going forward? Like, is he going to be the one to take the team past the finishing line? Does he have the right sort of aggression?
Yeah, look, I think he does, and we wouldn't have given him the job if we didn't think that he possessed the characteristics to be a good captain. Him being my prodigal son is sometimes a bit far fetched. He gets a lot of bamboo. He gets a lot from me. He gets driven very very hard from us. But all the blokes, and that's been one of the hallmarks of coaching Pakistan is every one of the blokes in the team, they're good, very very good blokes. They're great blokes. There's often so many times I'd wish them to be more aggressive and to really push the line a little bit more. But they're all great guys. So for everybody to say he's my prodigal son, it's not quite correct. I'm fond of most of the players in the team.
Do you feel a sort of a difference between his and Safraz Ahmed's captaincy, like just talking generally, or are they both, the type who externalize their aggression?
I think it's too early. I haven't seen him in I haven't seen Imad in a match situation. But again, I've got no doubt that he's going to do a wonderful job for us. Just to touch on Safraz, I think Safraz has come in and done a great job. I like Safraz's aggression. He leads from the front. He pushes our players a lot, but he's very fair and very honest with them, and that's what I like about Safraz. He's really taken the job on and done it particularly well. And if Imad can be the same as Safraz, well then that would be very very good for us.
Mickey, since you joined the Pakistan team, generally the viewpoint has been that you prefer young talent. Perhaps because we have had a lot of focus on T20, etc. But now obviously we've got Shahid Afridi joining Karachi Kings net soon as well. So how do you see his role in the team, especially since he's probably coming towards the tail end of his playing career?
First of all, favour young talent. The young talent that we've played in the Pakistan team have come in and done an unbelievable job for us. I don't favour young talent. I favour guys who win games of cricket for Pakistan. Now we talk about Shahid. Shahid Afridi is such a big boon to have with Karachi. I mean, he's a fantastic cricketer, but he'll be imparting his knowledge on all these young players that we've got, which is fantastic. It's a great opportunity for them. I think Imad can learn a bit from Shahid as well. So I'm really excited to have Shahid aboard and to have him with us, and really looking forward. I worked with Shahid a long time ago in South Africa. He came over as a professional in about 1998, somewhere around there. Yeah, he came. Yeah, he came and almost played a full season with us. And so I was the coach, and we got Shahid over, and so him and I have had a great relationship for a long period of time. So I'm really looking forward to working with him again as well.
Mickey, when you were in New Zealand recently, there was a lot of publicity about the fact that you allegedly said that the players had gone back after a gap being unfit, and also that them playing in leagues should be curtailed. This in itself is a league. Of course, it's it's the PCB's league, but it is in itself a league, and they're playing in a league here. So, what is wrong with them partaking in, say, CPL, for example, or BPL? And if they are professional cricketers, shouldn't they have, the self-imposition to keep their fitness high?
Yeah, that's our constant dilemma, Rosia, and it's great. I can put this on record. Is that yes, we left the players for 5 weeks, and their fitness markers did go down. Their techniques degenerated just a little bit as well. And it took us 3 weeks to get them back to where we needed to be, and then they played exceptionally well for us around the 2020. We can't afford going into a World Cup to have that happen again. I was also worried with the fact that a lot of our bowlers, particularly Hassan, Shadab, and Amir, had played a whole lot of cricket and were fatigued. Now, we can't have them fatigued playing for Pakistan because they've been playing in leagues. So I'm not anti-leagues, and the PSL is different because this is our league. So our players play in this. This is like the IPL. This is our league. What I am is going to do is look at each player on an individual basis, and if it's a good cricket opportunity for them, we'll send them BBLs, county cricket, that type of stuff. But if we feel our players need a rest and they need a break, particularly going into a World Cup year, then we're going to rest them. And what we also need as a support staff going into the World Cup year is we need to have a window where we can condition our players and we can work on their techniques, because you can't do that on tour. And with the amount of cricket we've played since Champions Trophy, we haven't had that window available to us to do that. And the leagues do get in the way of that window. So we're gonna be pretty, not ruthless, but we're gonna, because there's a big prize for us. There's a World Cup. So we're going to make sure that we go into that World Cup 100% prepared, and leave no stone unturned in that. And if that means players being rested for leagues for 1 year because there's a World Cup, then so be it.
Do you feel this is in contradiction to the England Cricket Board, which has suddenly taken up T20 and is allowing its players to partake in IPL, and ahead of the domestic system, perhaps?
Yeah, and look, I think Andrew Strauss, when he came in, he prioritised white ball cricket. And the best way to play that white ball cricket is playing in the IPL. Now, they don't go and play CPLs or BPLs because they can't do it. They play a little bit of BPL because BPL's out of season. But they're allowed to go to the IPL for a period of time. I don't mind our players going to play in CPLs and BPLs because it's good. They've also got to have an opportunity to make money. But they need to be improving their cricket all the time when they're there, and a lot of them don't. And that's one of my bugbears. But also, we've got to make sure that the players aren't fatigued, so that when they come back to us, their best performances are for Pakistan and not for Camilla Victorians or Dhaka Dynamites or St. Kitts in the CPL. We're reserving their rights for their best performances for Pakistan, and also and also following on from that is the fact that in those leagues, we've got to be able to have a hands-on approach to those players. So we've got to make sure that those players are continually doing the right thing, so they come back as fit as they were when they left, but also they come back better cricketers.
And finally, Mickey, there's been a lot of talk about the talent hunts by all the franchises, which was a wonderful initiative by the PCB. We've just been seeing Mushtaq Ahmed, the young Mushtaq Ahmed, in nets, and I've been told that he's a very good prospect.
Yeah, he is. I've been very impressed, and this is the one thing with the PSL which is so good for us is we know all about our main players, but we're looking for 3 positions to finish off our World Cup squad. And I'm hoping the PSL throws those out. The PSL threw us out Fakhar Zaman last year and Shadab Khan. The year before, Hassan Ali came to the fore. I'm hoping that there's 1 or 2 players that come through brilliantly for us in the PSL, and they can fill the gaps that we're looking for in the Pakistan team. Also working with the young, we've just had Mushtaq Ahmed, as you say, talent hunt guy. He looks a really good prospect. Taha, who was at the Under-19 World Cup. Hassan Mohsen, who was a Pakistan Under-19 player 2 years ago. we've just had them in the nets. It allows myself and our support staff an opportunity to work with those players to make them better cricketers as well. So when they go back to domestic cricket, they go back to domestic cricket far better and more enriched for this experience. And I think that is key.
Thank you so much for your time, Mickey.